Good morning. It's Doug Smith. It's Doug Smith, DHS broker owner. Saturday morning about 9:15, and this is the second video. We're going to jump right into it, and this will be pulling up an MLS printout to work with a buyer. So you're driving down the road, and somebody calls you and says they like to look at some house that they only know the first three when out of town, or for them to give you their realtor's name so that you can protect their realtor. They say they don't have a realtor. Then you're going to set up the appointment to meet them, and you're going to go into MLS. Again, MLS's site is matrix.netras.net. When you log in, you're going to have this as your dashboard, most likely. Again, you can always get back to your dashboard by going to My Matrix Dashboard. And again, I mean, I think this is the biggest asset to MLS is right here. It just makes your work a little easier. You can move it wherever you want, but generally it looks like it's right there. It's a square that says search. Right here, knowing that it was 564, and all they knew is it started with WI. That's all I need. 564 WI. I hit enter, and booyah, there it is. When I click on the MLS number, I do want to print this, which I'm going to go right there and print it. And it's called the Agent Full Report. I'm going to click right there to tax, print that. I'm going to go back to listing. I'm going to scroll down just so I know. I'm going to go ahead and text Vicky Cook and say, hey, is 564 Win still available? Yes. Look right there. It says Preferred Title Company. And it has the location. Okay. So if you want to get this offer, you're probably going to have to use that title company. So you don't need to text me and ask me where the title company is, because that's where it's at. It's below the email of the listing agent. It'll either have it or it won't. If it doesn't, then text Vicky and ask her what title company she'd like to use. If she doesn't answer, well, then put Truly Title at 2901 Dallas Parkway, Suite 130. They are the best title company in the whole freaking state of Texas. And so go ahead and put that down. So now, having this, we need to go into zipforms. Now, I'll tell you that this is the website for zipforms that I like to go to, but there's a dozen ways to get to zipforms. So it's going to be whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, whatever you're comfortable with. Now, I like Zipform Mobile, ZIPFORM MOBILE, Zipform Mobile. It's about $13 for the year, and it puts what I'm about to do on this laptop right on your phone with all your templates done and everything. So the first thing you're going to do is you've already printed the Agent Full Report, and you put the tax roll. Now you go into texasrealestate.com and you hit login, and your login should be defaulted. You hit login again. It'll go right back to that same screen, and it'll say Zipforms in the right corner. You're going to click on it. And this is probably the most important thing to remember. When the screen turns blue, there's only one tab you'll ever hit, and it's the New tab. So the screen turns blue, and at this point, you're super nervous, but we've just kind of made this almost dummy proof. The goal is to get you in and out of these things so you can be out in the field meeting buyers, sellers, tenants, and landlords. So don't ever overcomplicate anything when it comes to MLS and Zipforms. All you're going to do is hit this button here. It says New. And then to even make it more simple, you've only got 3 boxes to pick from: seller, buyer, or a lease. And a lease encompasses a tenant landlord. So knowing that this house right here was for sale, you are going to click on the purchase. That's a buyer. And then if your buyer's name was Julia Gardner, you put the name of the buyer. And just to simplify things, always, always, always select the dot next to residential, no matter what it is. Go to template, and you're going to have not this many, but just 3 or 4. a buyer template, a seller template, a lease template, a buyer template, a seller template, or one for a tenant and a landlord. We know it's a buyer template, and all you do is hit save, and the next screen, you are here at the summary square. And what I like to do is go 2 tabs over to documents, and that's all your forms. So when you open up the contract, a lot of this is already pre-filled. You're going to get paragraph 1 from the tax roll that you just printed along with the buyer's pre-approval letter. Paragraph 2 right there, we already did. Lot blank, block blank, blank addition. That's the same thing as subdivision. Subdivision and addition are subdivisions. I'm sorry. Subdivision and addition are synonyms. HOA and POA are synonyms. HOA stands for homeowner association and POA stands for property owner association. So you're going to put the lot, the block, the subdivision, the city, the county, known as the physical address. You're going to make 3A plus 3B equals 3C. When you go to paragraph 5, the first blank is always a business entity. It is never a human being, ever. It's always the title company. And again, if I was looking at this, I'd scroll down and I would put First American. And then I would put a colon or semicolon and put Tammy L. But what I wouldn't do ever is put Tammy L here, because no checks are ever made out to a human being. Not in paragraph 5. They're made out to one entity and one entity only, the title company. Then you put the address. After you tab there, this blank is the earnest money. It says blank as earnest money. And I would recommend that every agent in our company print this and read every word from the first word to the last word on page 11. And just that way it helps a whole lot. But I've already put the 100 in here for the option so you don't get confused. So don't change this unless you're going to make it more. Don't change this unless you're going to make it less days, because that's how many days you're buying $400. But this blank is a $sign, and it says blank as earnest money. So that's where the earnest money goes. Down here, paragraph 6, you're going to put the same title company that was in 5. And really don't mess around with this. It should be pretty self-explanatory and not needed to be changed up much all the way until you get to paragraph 9. It's crazy. You just click the blank and put a close date. If we were writing an offer today, it'd be the, probably the end of May. If it's going to be no seller's temporary lease, then from paragraph 9, you go all the way to paragraph 21. Here, you're going to put the buyer's email right there and the buyer's phone number, and your email will be right here. It'll already be templated. Then you go down to this section right here. And when you open this page or go to it, it will be blank on this side. So it will look like this. The left will be pre-filled. The right will be blank. If there's 2 brokers, this is correct. And all you need to do is match every section here with a section here from this section here. So again, the broker's name is Victoria Lind and Associates. That's their address. That's the broker license number. That's the listing agent. That's the listing agent's license number. That's the listing agent's cell phone. That's the listing agent's email. Over here, you can see that it does say there's a listing office supervisor. There's the listing office supervisor's license number. There's the listing office supervisor's phone number. There's the physical address of the brokerage firm. And guess what? That will completely fill out this side, and it will be equal in length to this side. You will go no further than city, state, and zip if there's 2 brokers. Okay? I hope that helps. Y'all be safe. I wanted to get in and out on this so y'all could get out and meet some buyers and sellers today. Y'all be safe.